this trip is going to be welcomed. I think we can say, as it already is becoming apparent, that Andy Burnham is not going to be quite as well travelled as his predecessor was, but obviously for the Ukrainian people an important visit nonetheless.
Hugely important, and you know, as Prime Minister of the UK, he's got to get used to doing the international stuff. Could I say one thing? You know, you mentioned that some people he's getting some criticism for his dress. Incidentally, very similar to the shirt I'm wearing myself today.
Very smart it is too, Cormac.
Thank you very much. I can tell you who won't be insulted in any way is the Ukrainians who are meeting him, or the Ukrainian people. And you might have noticed the man who greeted him was Andrei Sybiha, who is the current foreign minister of Ukraine, and he was wearing a vyshyvanka. I nearly wore a vyshyvanka for this interview, actually, because it's a big national day in Ukraine today. But no, the Ukrainians will be absolutely delighted that the first world leader that Andy Burnham had to visit the UK was Zelensky, and that the first visit he makes to a foreign country is to Kyiv. They will be absolutely delighted with that. I just wish, being such a great communicator, he would stop with this rubbish for as long as it takes. It is a meaningless phrase. The only world leader who has yet said Ukraine must win, I believe, is Mark Carney, our former governor of the Bank of England. This is a phrase that makes my blood boil, and I would have hoped that Andy Burnham, being the superb communicator that he is, might have known better. So maybe if some of his advisors are listening, they can say, you know, enough of the along with it, as long as it takes. It's a pretty meaningless phrase, but huge promise here, as Andy Burnham has given us huge promise for other things in the UK, and he's great at symbolism. So the symbolism and the promise of this is great. Let's see what happens.